Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at the Anubis here from Kotobukiya. This is from Kotobukiya's line of the Zone of the Enders kits. I haven't built any of them. I love the designs though, of course, but never really got around to building any of them, but finally took the chance to check out the Anubis. It was recently reprinted by Kotobukiya, so with the help of USA Gundam Store, big thanks to them as always, I was able to get this and check it out. And they have it there on their site as well, so if you guys act now, I don't know how much they have left in stock, but you can get it there for a very reasonable price and use my coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10, to save 10% off everything there on their site, so check the link to that down below. Fantastic box art here, of course. Right off the bat you have just a beautiful painting here, and very just of the style of Zone of the Enders, of course, which makes sense, but yeah, it just looks fantastic, so it's definitely going to be eye-catching up on the shelf of the Anubis here. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. You know, if it ends up being really cool, I would really like to get a Jehudi as well, so we'll maybe see that in the future if this ends up going well, but I think it will. I'm here on the side of the box, just the same thing there. We go around here to the bottom. This is a pretty big box too, by the way, I should say. It's probably about the same size as the Metal Gear Rex. On the bottom, we've got a look here at the stand. It's got a custom Anubis stand there, just some details on that, very detailed. It has the tail there on that, these wing bits there on the side, and those can be posed up in a few different ways, so you can have some nice options for that. Some clear parts for attaching the kind of spear into the hand paw thing, how it doesn't have an actual hand, so it just kind of has a clear part attachment for that. So some really cool, interesting posing options for this, depending on how extravagant you want to be with it. And then on the top of the box here, you can see some other different kits from the line. We have the Jehudi HD edition, and the Vic Viper. Really not a big fan of that design though as much, but the Jehudi, maybe we'll take a look at that in the future as well. Anyway, the list price for this is 7,800 yen. So about 75 bucks for this, but for a big size box kit like this from Kotobukiya, that seems about right. Obviously going to be a lot of plastic in here, and a lot of just little parts and details and all sorts of good stuff, so we'll have all of this and some nice, is that gold or no? It looks like a slightly goldish brown color. We'll take a look at all the runners in a moment. I want to find the instruction manual here first if I can. Alright, here we are. On the instruction manual, we got the same artwork as on the front of the box there. On the back, some different artwork here though, like a CG image there from the game, I would imagine there, so that's pretty cool. Opening it up, and some more really cool artwork there. Again, nice 3D CG image of the Anubis, and over here some artwork. Beautiful works here, of course, from the man himself, Yoji Shinkawa. Probably more so well known for his work on the Metal Gear series, Metal Gear Solid series, but of course did the artwork here for Zone of the Enders as well. And there's the runner layouts, we've got a good amount of those, we'll go through all of those momentarily. And then the constructions, so I can assume there's going to be a fair amount of seam lines on this, with it being a Kotobukiya kit. That's just kind of the way that it goes, unfortunately, but it's going to have a lot of really fantastic and really sharp, nice details on it though as well. So that is how it all goes together. Then it's kind of got some explanation of how to use all the effect parts and everything on there at the end. A little bit about how to go through the articulation of that. It's a cockpit there at the front of the waist section. And then at the back, some more big reference images here. So reference images of how the kit should look like when it's all painted up, according to the paint guide, which is here. The paint guide is there for you all in Japanese, and color guide for all that. It looks like maybe no decals included with this kit, I guess, but let's get through all the runners and find out. Alright, so yep, no waterslide decals with this kit at all, unfortunately, and no stickers or anything like that of any kind, but we do have some poly caps here, just this PC runner all in black. Then we got our base piece, which looks fantastic. It has this nice glossy edge on it, but then a matte finish on the top, and it looks really, really nice. So this is actually a lot nicer than I was expecting. Then we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces for the base, so you can use these, and they have screws in there as well, so it just looks like a nice support arm there for the kit. And they've got this really nice wire here for the tail, and it's pretty good, solid. It looks like it's maybe about 3 millimeters thick. That would make sense because Kotobukiya usually works in 3mm plugs, and it's about 44 centimeters long, so it's a really good length as well. The runners for the most part go in order of color, so the first color we've got up here is the black, obviously, for runner A. You can see just a bunch of really nice details on there. All the little lining bits, which are going to look really nice when those are all lined with the red lining on that. It's gonna look really cool. The runner B is this really tiny one here with just a few parts on it, and we have 2 of this B runner. Runner C then is getting into the dark brown parts. We've got a whole bunch of them here on the C runner, including that very long part there for the staff. That should give you a good size about the overall height of this kit. I think it's going to be ultimately probably around the size of a master grade kit in terms of comparing it to something in the Gunpla universe. Runner D is a few more parts here in dark brown. We do have 2 of this D runner. And some more dark brown parts here for runner C. This would be parts there for the wings, basically the parts for 2 of the wings, and we've got 6 of those, so we've got 3 of this E runner. And then runner F, this color is really interesting. It does have a little bit of metallic injection into it, so it's just like this kind of slightly orangish tan color here. And yeah, there's a little bit of gold injection in that as well, so it looks really nice. But then runner G is back to black for a few parts here in ABS. And then runner H is some more parts for the wings. I can only guess by the fact that there's 6 of this H runner. Runner I here in white for some parts there, and we've got 2 of this I runner. Runner J would be our clear parts for the effects and things like that. Looks really nice. And then runner K, strange looking as it is because it's in soft rubber, and this is for the extra little like cable part that goes off the back of the head. Then runner L is this tiny little part here in clear red for the eyes on the head. Runner M will be a bunch more little parts here in that's a tannish goldish color, and we've got 2 of this M runner. Runner N is a couple more wing parts here in white, and we've got 6 of this N runner as well. And then finally getting into the last ones here, runner O is a couple more parts here in black. And then runner P is an extra part here for the base. Now I noticed here on the P runners that it's kind of just a little bit slightly translucent. You can kind of see my finger behind that. So I checked the base again, and the base is actually slightly translucent as well. Maybe it's going to be a little bit harder to see my fingers kind of through that, but it's not completely opaque, so kind of interesting, but again, looks really nice. So that is it for the Anubis. As you guys can see, there's a lot of plastic in there, and this kit has a lot of really nice posing options and things that you can do with this. So as long as the construction is good, which I have heard this kit can be a little bit tricky to work with, so we'll see about that. But assuming the kit goes together fine and you're able to pose it without too much issue, I think it's going to be a really nice one. So I'm going to get to work on building this, and then I'll have the review coming up for you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Leave any other questions and comments you guys might have there down below. And with that, guys, I wish you a great day. Bye bye.